The apocalypse had arrived. Supplies were scarce, yet the man lounged on his sofa, surrounded by stockpiles of high-calorie food, a scene of obscene abundance in a world gone hungry. A rhythmic noise from outside pulled him to the window. He raised his telephoto lens and froze. Every building had become a colorful tombstone. A few kilometers away, tiny specks of people waved frantically from rooftops, signaling for help. He finally understood why the military hadn't bombed the city center. Too dense. Too many survivors still trapped. A helicopter skimmed low. No missiles. Just a massive speaker. The noise it emitted was unbearable to human ears, but to them, it was a siren's call. The infected lurking in shadows stirred. They poured from every corner, converging into a black river, chasing the helicopter with singular focus. The aircraft was a sheepdog, herding the herd toward a slaughterhouse. Near the coastline, artillery opened fire. The military had learned from that first night of chaos. This was the Shepherd plan: use sound as bait, lure the infected into open ground, and destroy them in batches. Efficient, ruthless, and it meant they would never again enter complex residential zones to rescue people. The man had already been written off. 11:30 a.m. The neighborhood lost power. He wasn't surprised. Seconds later, his backup generator kicked on. In this dark world, electricity was the ultimate privilege. He checked his phone. The building's group chat was chaos, people begging, bartering, hoarding. One person claimed to have seen him stockpiling before the end and demanded he share. He said nothing. In times like these, any communication was a risk. 5:30 p.m. The scratching at his door resumed. He pulled on tactical gloves. This wasn't target practice, this was surgery. One cough, one misstep, and he'd bring down a horde. The infected stood 2 meters away. Muscle memory took over. Bow drawn, red dot centered between the eyes. The arrow punched through its skull. It crumpled like a machine with its power cut. The vault door sealed shut again, and the world was once more locked outside. 6 p.m. The sunset was spectacular. He barely noticed. The radio droned on, asterisk stay silent. Wait for rescue, asterisk. A vibration rumbled through the ground, not artillery, but engines. A small convoy of Humvees raced down the main road. A man dashed into the street, arms waving, desperate to flag down salvation. The convoy didn't slow. Taillights shrank into the distance. 2 seconds later, the black tide swallowed him. Not even a scream reached the man's ears. He felt nothing. He understood now. The military was practicing rational loss mitigation, and people like him had already been written off. He looked at the blinking light of his backup generator. That was his only salvation now. 8 p.m. Total darkness. The infected he'd shot lay still outside, but the quiet didn't last. Footsteps echoed from the stairwell, slow, dragging. New visitors arrived. At first glance, they looked like exhausted neighbors coming home late from work. Then they swarmed. They fed. And the man realized his mistake. He thought he was cleaning house. In reality, he had just been feeding them.